Now when the drum hits, you feel it in your stomach. Flow so sick, make a nigga wanna vomit. I'm dropping atomic, yeah, this year we on it. Like them knitted caps on black Islamics. I'm getting Rodham in the front seat smiling. I don't date bats, call it racial profiling. Money stay under me like a nigga 5'5", all black fat. I'm calling Ghost Dad when I ride. Slide through your city on some slick shit. Yeah, it's me and my dogs on some big shit. How George Zimmerman go free? How many other kids got Sandusky? If that was a nigga, bond wouldn't have been offered. Trayvon's people better get a new law firm. I stay firm on the price like Craigslist. If you don't want to pay, then you ain't gotta smoke this. I will blow this like the bad wolf, no homo. I'm smacking anybody crying wolf, sneak this and it's over. I don't give a fuck if you're drunk or sober. You come at me wrong, I'ma take it Russell Stover. Your cookies and cakes, niggas be soft like soggy frosted flakes, great. Kush in my hand, I'm the man, understand that I kicks it all day, no Japan. Girls be all white like she just joined the clan. And money's my motive and my ambition. I'm higher than Mizzou's tuition. It all started from the ground, jiu-jitsu position. And I'm rolling papers, hit this twice and you faded like a taper. Yeah, I know you feel me like a cool breeze. Stafford V-neck on, blowing blue cheese, no dairy. Money in my pillow, tooth fairy. Shit'll get scary if your fun's looking wary. Get a couple birds for the 33 Larry. And turn your life into a movie, Tyler Perry. Turn your 2-bedroom into a monastery. And make sure the money never short. Gary Coleman, yeah, I'm cold, man. They call me Sub-Zero cause my bars are frozen. And at the show, you know that I'm closing. If not, people gon' leave before the fucking show. And main attraction all about the fame. We all paying life, but it's not the board game. Climbing shoots and ladders trying to get the candy land. But it's trouble if you run into the fucking candy man. Because he got a knife and he ain't trying to throw hands. That's why I got my semi-cock and I'm going in. Yeah, going in. And now I'm out. So what do you think? Should I do that verse again or? Alright, cool, I'm good then.
Welcome back, everybody. Stoner Jesus Show Live, podcast number 189. That was Shady 2.0 Rock Remix, official from Fred the Motor City Monster, the real 420H, on Twitter. Check out Kush Cloud Productions on ReverbNation.com. Earlier, in the start of the break, you heard Chirp. She is smoking vapors on Twitter. If you listen on the live player on stonerjesus.net, you get a live track list as the show goes. And of course, when the podcast is posted on Spreaker, you can get a track list of all the songs that we played. Slow chat room tonight. Not a lot of people. Glob710. Casual Stoner is in here. You can follow Casual Stoner on Twitter at casual_stoner. And his show, as you heard earlier, is moving to new days and new times. Or reduced days and new times, or whatever. You get what I'm trying to say. Just search Casual Stoner on Spreaker.com and you will find the information that you seek. This is the Stoner Jesus Show Live. We have weed news now. We have more underground music coming up. We get our weed news from the 420times.com. For those of you who live in Los Angeles, as Casual Stoner does, September 6th is the day that all dispensaries in the city are supposed to close. They're all receiving letters this week to that effect. Many are vowing to stay open despite the fact that they face 6 months in jail and $2,500 a day in fines for every day they stay open past the deadline. They're getting a referendum together. They need signatures. They need 27,500 signatures on a referendum to get it on the ballot to repeal the ban, to get the voters to repeal the ban. If you want to know more about that, of course, follow the 420 Times. You also, there's the Stop the Ban in Los Angeles Facebook page now from the 420 Times. And you can also, I tweet a lot about it too, as Stoner Jesus 420. But Americans for Safe Access, if you live in Los Angeles, they have a training session this Saturday for how to get signatures for the referendum. If you go to the 420times.com, the story that says under deadline to close some LA dispensaries will vow to fight on, you can see that. Also a bunch of other stuff at the 420times.com, of course. Is the federal medical marijuana crackdown a distraction from the Fast and Furious gun running scandal? That's the hypothesis of one journalist who says that on October 7th, when, as many people know, the federal crackdown was announced, it was also the day that Eric Holder sent a letter to Congress defending his role in the Fast and Furious gun running scandal, which, if you don't know what that is, basically we were shipping guns to Mexican drug cartels, the United States government was, in the quote-unquote hopes of tracing them and building cases against the drug lords. Well, of course, we lost track of the guns, and some of the guns were used to kill a federal border agent, I think in Arizona, but I'm not 100% sure. And the fucking Obama administration has been stonewalling on this bullshit for quite a bit of time. Eric Holder, the Attorney General of the United States, needs to be held in contempt of Congress for his lying, not only on medical marijuana, but for the Fast and Furious scandal. It's all bullshit. But anyway, this guy thinks that it's the basic. If you've ever seen the movie Wag the Dog, where they made a fake war to try to distract from political troubles, this is basically the same premise. They attack medical marijuana dispensaries to distract you from the fact we shipped a bunch of fucking guns under the Bush and Obama administrations into Mexico to the drug cartels. Those of you who've been following the story of Chavis, I don't know how to pronounce the name, Carter, and his so-called suicide while handcuffed in the back of an Arkansas law enforcement police cruiser somewhere in Arkansas. The authorities there put out a reenactment video where basically a deputy about the same size as Carter seems to pull a gun like out of his waistband or something, but these motherfuckers searched him twice. He was handcuffed behind his back. He was searched twice. So he pulls out a gun and he shoots himself in the head, even though he had just talked to his girlfriend and said that he would see her at the jail. And it was for a minor offense, and he is not very young, but he is a young guy. Yet the police claim that through all that he pulled out a gun and put it to his right temple and blew his brains out. What do you think of that? You all know about medical marijuana in New Jersey. I don't know if you all know about it, but you're going to learn about it now. Back in 2010, the legislature passed medical marijuana in New Jersey. A lot of roadblocks, a lot of delays, a lot of bullshit. Finally, the registration opens. And so far, in about a week, about 50 people are eligible and 18 people have been registered in New Jersey. Supporters of medical marijuana there say that the rules are too restrictive and that the medical marijuana prices are too high. They're going to be too high. It's just, there's a lot of half-assed shit going on. A lot of half-assed laws. Only certain people can have weed. At some point, we're going to have to drop this bullshit. Yes, medical marijuana is real. It's amazing. It helps millions of fucking people. But no medical marijuana user is going to be free until every adult can safely and legally possess, transport, use cannabis. No more half-ass bullshit. Full and complete legalization for adults. Regulated sales. You want to base it on alcohol? I don't give a fuck. Base it on whatever you want. It's legal is the point. People are scared and thinking that they're criminals or being treated like criminals because they smoke a fucking plant. Continuing the 420times.com, there's interesting stories about a lady in Africa who survives by growing a potent strain of marijuana called Swazi Gold Also, Gary Johnson on why you should vote Libertarian. Gary Johnson is going to be the only presidential candidate talking about marijuana law reform, drug policy reform, and is on the ballot in all 50 states. And as I said before, while he'll say, oh, well, Gary Johnson's not going to win. We'll peep this, homie. If he can get, let's see, 5 million. Is it 5 million votes or is it 5%? I think it's 5%. It would be 5%. He gets 5%. In 2016, the Libertarian presidential candidate gets $90 million in federal funds. Also on the 420times.com, Denver City Council plans to ban outdoor medical marijuana advertising, meaning billboards and the sign spinner dudes, but you'll still be allowed to have a sign on your business, just no outdoor ads. Again, at some point, we're going to have to decide that we're not going to treat marijuana like some dangerous, awful thing anymore. Because it's not. It's obviously not. Chubby Stoner has entered the Spreaker.com chat room. Welcome. Really don't know what's going on tonight. The ratings for the show in the chat room is extremely slow. Much slower than usual. I don't know if a lot of people are out doing stuff or there's a technical issue. I'm not sure. Very bizarre. Bizarre to say the least. We got some more underground music coming up. First, I want to check out Legalize, the Legalize hashtag on Twitter. We tried to trend that earlier tonight. I don't know how much Hootsuite is going to allow me to see. Steely Steve said Legalize, America will benefit of the taxes it will gain, but they are stuck in their old ways. Indeed, they are. Godzilla Spitface said legalize and cure the world of sickness. Fucking A. Let's see if we can go down farther. Probably not going to let me go down farther. It's lame. I hate Hootsuite. And I hate Twitter. I go to mentions, it keeps telling me the fucking Twitter's over capacity 9 times out of 10. Fuck you, Twitter. Fresh _ Broyard says Stoner Jesus 420 is clearly the savior trying to get legalized trending. Indeed. The savior of the weed. I did retweet some people earlier. Carla Crillo said stop the violence, legalize. Sid Vicious 99 said legalize weed because my dealer's a fucking lunatic. So it's another thing. You got to deal with dealers. You know these fucking people. If you've dealt with a lot of dealers, you know a lot of them are just fucked up people. There's a reason they're selling weed. There's a reason they couldn't function in the world of the light. So they go underground to the black market and survive there. Sure, a lot of them are cool. A lot of them are like the dude in Pineapple Express. But a lot of them are freaky fucking people. Fully _ baked _ said it's a smart thing to do. Hashtag legalize. And Cedric with 2 X's said legalize that Mary Jane for world peace. It would do wonders. It would do wonders. You know, it's not even considered in most places. Not even fucking considered. Obama laugh it off and oh yeah, that's funny. We're not going to do that. Ha 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 ha. Fuck you. We're not going to do that. We're not going to legalize a plant. We made it illegal for no goddamn reason, other than to make money. We're going to keep making money on this illegal plant. So fuck you and your medicine.